Hello, I'm Benson Chan, the co-founder of Strategy Things. I'm coming to you here live at CES 2024. I'm here at the IoT MPM Council booth. Today, I'm speaking with Ryan Chappelle, the Senior Director of Business Development at Core Wireless.
All right.
Ryan, welcome. I'm looking forward to speaking with you here.
Thank you, Benson.
If you could introduce yourself and your company.
Absolutely. So, Ryan Chappelle, I'm a Senior Director of Business Development at Core. I've been with Core for about 6 years. Aside from a year, I call it a year sabbatical, where I was with Twilio IoT, but in the last year, Core has acquired Twilio's IoT business, so now it's like I never left. So now it's been, I came back, it's been a huge year for Core. With the Twilio IoT business, we've launched managed services. It's definitely an exciting time to be at Core and in IoT.
Well, it sure sounds like it.
Yeah.
Ryan, there's a lot of IoT projects out there.
Big time.
Yeah. And, we talk out here about all the pieces that's going to involve, a lot of these ecosystems fragmented. How many partners does it even take to deliver a project?
All in all, it takes about 10 partners to deploy an IoT project. But, even nowadays, many times it takes more. And you think about all those 10 partners together. Those 10 partners, each of those partners may have an MSA that has to go through your legal. Each one of those partners has to have negotiated contracted pricing. The benefit of a place like Core is that we really are an all-in-one IoT pure play enabler. So we have our hardware division, our IoT services division, certifications, all those kinds of things that we can help out with besides just connectivity. And our goal is to shrink the number of partners, and by doing that, shrinking the level of frustrations when deploying a project, making sure that everyone's on the same page and getting that project out to market.
Now, that sounds like doing a project's pretty complex.
Oh my gosh.
What are some of the things that you're seeing or hearing that, why do projects fail or maybe not reach the level of business value that it could have?
Well, and that's a good question. I think Cisco did a study in 2017 that 75% of IoT projects do in fact fail. And they fail for a variety of reasons. They fail for not enough money is allocated, not enough funding allocated for certain things, or things pop up that you're not ready for. New pieces of hardware. Some hardware goes end of life. Maybe there's a new connectivity thing that you have to factor in. So there's so many different pieces and moving pieces to an IoT deployment. And at Core, we've really tried to structure ourselves to cover all of those moving pieces in one place for customers.
Now, are there certification requirements, or the regulatory requirements in doing some of these projects, and what kind of complexity does it add to this delivery of this?
That's a really good question, and it can add a lot of complexity. Certifications in North America alone, your FCC certification, PTCRB, and then what about deploying globally? How do you find out what certifications are required in Brazil? What certifications are required in Chile? Every country has different ones. At Core, we have an entire certification team, and the director of our certification team actually sits on the PTCRB board. PTCRB is the standard North American certification requirement, and he's the actual IoT chair on there. We're the only MVNO on that board. So we're able to certify devices, but even if you don't want to use us for certification, we can give a lot of great information to lead you in the right direction, to make sure you're deploying a certified device, certified module, and making sure that you're up to all codes and not risking any devices being turned off out there in the field.
Now, are customers well prepared when they start a project, or are they coming in kind of cold and not sure how to navigate this?
A lot of them come in cold, especially when it comes to certification, because they think to themselves, well, I bought this module, it's certainly certified. Not necessarily true. We always tell our prospects that we work with, if you're building an IoT project from scratch, get us involved at the beginning. Let us know what module you want to use, making sure it's both carrier certified and PTCRB certified, because there's the PTCRB certification, but each carrier has its own certified set of devices now. Especially in the States here, Verizon is big on that. If that certified device number isn't in their device management database, you're not getting on the Verizon network that way from a native standpoint. So it's big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, let's bring another topic that's as big: cybersecurity.
Oh yeah. So cybersecurity is a good topic, and you think about how fast IoT is growing. 60 billion devices in the field leaves 60 billion sensors that could be, a security threat.
Right.
So we have an entire network engineering team at Core that can build out VPNs, making sure that we have static IPs and really monitoring that from a security standpoint. That's often what I find an expense that customers aren't always expecting, but it's a lot more expensive to have a breach in your organization. So we try to work with them within our stack from the very beginning to incorporate that security feature. And we've been doing that for years now, so it's a good thing. We got a solid team there doing that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's top of mind for a lot of people. Maybe people haven't given as much attention as they should have, but you highlighted some of the big things that they should certainly consider. Now, the other thing, and people always get unaware of all the additional complexities, connectivity. It could be alphabet soup, 2G, 3G, 5G, narrowband IoT.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
How should someone start to think about it? What they, as someone coming into IoT, how do they navigate through this? How do they choose between?
It's a lot to navigate through, and we always start that question. And when I'm working with prospects, let's talk about what you want to do. Let's talk about the end. Let's talk about the fully deployed project and what problem do you want to solve for your customers. And because naturally when people, especially if they're new in IoT and they want to build a new device, they're going to think 5G, that's the best, I'm going there. 5G is great, but if you're not using very much data, 5G may not be the solution that you need right now. You might need Cat-M technology, which is a low power WAN, LTE technology. So we always guide them based on that. Let's start where you want to end up and gauge back from the type of technology you're going to need. There's also a significant price difference between an LTE-M module and your 5G module. So we really want to narrow that down to one, control their spending, because we want them to stay in budget too. Our goal is to see them lift and raise and scale. Our goal at Core is to deploy, manage, and scale with our customers. So we want to make sure that we're a part of every part of that, and choosing a technology and making sure that we are narrowed in there to the goal is our big goal with Core and our customers.
Oh, no, that sounds great.
Yeah, man.
Ryan, thank you for speaking with me. It's very informative. I learned some new stuff here today. So,
cool.
Especially if someone that's from the field that's really sharing some real live experiences. So, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a great show here at CES.
All right. Thank you, Benson, for having us. It's a great time.
Thank you.